Sawa, Mungu wa leo, Mungu wa sasa hivi, kwa nguvu zako umeshaketi enzini mwa moyo wangu, mwa moyo wangu. Hapo sawa.
Yours truly, one man different charisma, mtukufu yule bingwa wa kuburura Rukwama, and as you can see I'm hanging out with one Josh. For me, he is a legend.
Best.
By the way, he has a new hit in town, so we're gonna have a conversation over that.
Hi everybody, I'm Josh of AMOS and JOSH, and it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
I feel privileged by the way to have you here.
Asante sana. The pleasure's all mine.
Thank you. So let's just go direct to your new hit,
BMW.
Bwana Mungu wangu. One thing I want to mention is about your songwriting skill. For me, actually, I can say you are one of the artists that your songwriting skill is just unique. Like, how do you compose a song?
Specifically about BMW, first of all, that song is originally just a pre-song that we've commonly sang in church for a very long time. I recently found out it was written in 1992.
1992?
Yes. It was released actually, not even written, released in 1992.
Yeah.
Then I was 2 years old. So, and the person who wrote it called me after I had released BMW, and it was Reverend Callistus.
He called you?
Yes, he called me. And he was impressed with the work done.
Yes.
And he was like, I love what you're doing. So it was such an honor to meet the person that actually, you know, ni had sana upate na watu wenye waliandika zile songs zenye tulimbanga Sunday school and all that stuff. But my idea has always been, how can we be able to revamp these songs such that they can be passed down to the next generations, that can be consumed by young people. Yeah. So that's where the idea of BMW came from, where, first of all, the name itself, very relatable with young people. It's about cars and all stuff. But at the same time, just using a song that they've commonly heard and just giving it a spice, like, you know, like just an edge, so that it can be consumed by young people. This is a challenge that was given by my bishop, Elio Dendo. He sometimes gives me a song and, can you remix this song? And I'm like, oh, okay, so let me go ahead and do it. So, and some of the songwriting skills that we got as AMOS and JOSH, we got them from interacting with greater songwriters, like, for example, BN of Sauti Soul, Kina Eric Wanaina, you know, they will tell us, write your song this way, you know, structure your song this way, so that it can be easily, consumed easily by a lay person. You know, sometimes as a singer, unaweza andika ngoma yenye niwe peke yako tu unaweza consume. You know, or fellow musicians are the only ones who can consume. But now they told us how to break them down, you know, make them simple, have a pre-chorus, have a catchy chorus, you know, such and such stuff. Use proverbs, like in high school we had very strong Swahili teachers. So that's why you'll hear even Sauti Soul writing music in very strong Swahili, because we were in Upper Hill together. So that's some of the things that I remember. There's a time when BN was telling me, unawezaje kuwa mwalimu wako alikuwa alusa and you unaandika Kiswahili yenye it makes sense. So it just comes from that background. And my mom as well. My mom is a serious singer. My mom is a serious singer. Okay. So my mom would teach me songs in the house. Yes. And my dad is in the music space, has been in the music space for a long time. My dad is a sound technician. So I grew around singers, songwriters, instrumentalists, crusades, you know, concerts. Somebody like, what's his name? Chris Adwar was our neighbor. You know, and we used to go to the same church, Crisco Central in Kibera. So I would watch Chris Adwar in VUC and I'd be like, now I actually want to be exactly like Chris Adwar. That's why I love working with choirs. That's why I'm the music director at Life Pool Chapel. I love working with the choir, arranging harmonies, arranging bands, like what we did with Chris Ero at Chris Live recently.
Yeah.
That's the work I do at with a group of young people called Agency 5, where we arrange live music and all stuff. So it's a it's a lot. Nimeongea sana.
Yeah. Okay, not really. You've tried actually to give us
Like
the,
an
the
overview.
view of
Yes,
music. Huh?
yes.
So generally, you are trying to tell us that you are actually born out of music. You've grown up with music.
Yes, yes.
And basically, you are music. You are
Yes.
saying you are music.
Pretty much, it's something that has, yes, born in a very musical background, but also imparted, because I think music is a spirit. Music is not something that easily comes by. I think the ease of it has come about because of the environment that I later got into, which is Lifepool Chapel.
Yeah.
I remember before we went for Tusker Project Fame, our bishop prayed for us. He actually worked on us for like 3 months. Just prepare before the auditions.
Yeah.
For 3 months daily.
Daily.
Like we would come to this same sanctuary.
Yes.
It wasn't this way, it was a tent back then. He would work on us on a daily basis on what to expect. Songs that we would choose, songs that we would sing. Even the songs we chose, he chose the songs for us. No, even the name AMOS and JOSH, it is his name. It is not our name. That is Bishop Willie Odendo's name. So
Okay.
yeah, so he prepared us, and then they prayed for us. And I remember the pastor then and the bishop, they just prayed and said, we pray for the spirit of music to be upon these people. And so from there onwards, it has just been easy. It has been easy writing and like conceptualizing music for me is a very easy thing. Like you'll tell me you want to talk about this topic, and immediately you're telling me you want to talk about this topic. I start thinking about melodies. I start thinking about lyrics and all stuff.
Yeah.
So because it was imparted, it was not something that I can say ati nilikuja nayo a skill. No, it was imparted. It has been harnessed thoroughly in Lifepool Chapel. They've given us an opportunity to continuously work on the pulpit, and sometimes musicians behave as if they are self-made, but many musicians across board, you will hear them telling the same story. Nilianza kuimbia church.
True.
I was given a platform in church.
Yeah.
I was celebrated in church. So now when we become big, that's when we think that now I'm too big for church. And remember, now what you'll notice is happening to musicians out there. You try to supplement what church was giving you. Because music is a spirit. Now you'll try and supplement it with spirits. So most of them cannot write unless they are high.
Okay.
Cannot write unless they've smoked weed or they've taken alcohol. You know, they don't have the confidence, they don't have the enthusiasm. So they have to take it, they have to get it externally. But music ilianzia mbinguni, music ni kitu iko na God. Unaona, it happens in heaven right now. Unaona, where music is the same tool that David used and calmed Saul's demons. Unajua?
True, yeah.
It is music. Music is a spiritual thing. Vibaya sana. It is such a spiritual thing. So when you leave the spirit, when you leave the place of God, you will try and supplement it elsewhere. That's why you find musicians when you're trying to supplement it, you're just trying to make the process easier, but you're depriving the person. That's why you find, because God is a wholesome spirit, he can be able to work on both your skill and your person. You get?
Yeah.
So now if you're supplementing just the skill and not the person, that's why unapata wasanii, ndio niko na mziki kali but I'm depressed. I'm going through mental issues. Because the person has been neglected. The person is not being worked on because I don't have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
No. But now when I'm in a space where I'm with God, even if the skill might not be paying as it should, or maybe it's even paying as it should, God is able to take care of you wholesomely. That is the beauty of salvation.
Yeah.
So, also sema nilianzia church, then you leave church, then those are the stories now we hear later. Oh, I've gone through a depression period, and you're wondering, this person is saying they're depressed, and they're at the top of the charts. You're like,
true.
it doesn't even make sense. It's because you left the spirit that was helping you deal with the person and the skill.
Wow, that's very deep, Josh. That's very deep. You know, there is something that I've also noticed about your songs. Like your songs, they are kind of songs that maybe someone can listen to for a very long period of time. Do you normally consider that, like, when I'm writing this one, I don't want just this song to last for 2 months or 3 months, then someone cannot maybe have that feeling of listening to that song?
To be honest, it's not our mind. I will not tell you, I will not stand here and say that it's our mind. Oh, it's strategy. Wongo, it's not a strategy. First of all, these songs are deposits from God. They're just like I'm saying, just being in that spirit. Because I remember when you were writing Badai, Cedric Adeni, one of the best producers to ever do it. Sedo said, I want us to do a song that has this kind of feel. So he gave us feel, a guy called Fred Hammond.
Yeah.
He has a song called, I don't know I don't know if I can, I don't remember the song, but it has sort of the feel of Badai.
Okay.
So we went, and we had listened to Fred Hammond before, and Fred Hammond is somebody that we have listened to in church, because he's a mega worship leader, leading the young people's movements for a long time. So it was easy to consume. So now I remember we were just sitting in the house, and it's like thoughts about the song come, thoughts. Then our bishop told us for a song to become big, it needs a narrative. Now you see, now that's now the mind of our Father.
Yeah.
Unaget?
Yeah.
So si ati tumekuwa na bishop before TPF alafu tukaachana naye. I'll tell you, the time tuliachana naye ndio mziki yetu ilienda chini. Yeah, mziki ilienda chini instantly.
Like,
instantly, yes. Yeah. That's why a father in your life is a bringer of grace. So for him, he has always brought grace in our life, that we are able to even conceive things that can stand the test of time. Stand the test of time. Badai came through, Nerea came through, Zingua came through, Smile came through. It is a wedding song that is being used for weddings to date.
Yeah, to date.
You know, all these songs came through during that period. He gives, as in from him we get a grace that there's longevity. And even when in people's eyes, in a simni kama hiyo song haidu fiti. Like for example, an example is during the corona period. It's the time we've been paid to do music that has never trended for a day. But because we were doing this music under instruction, because Bishop told us, I want you guys to write patriotic songs. We're just doing under instruction. Okay. Actually, even one of the songs that has not even been released, the first line is picked from his story. There's a time Bishop told us that when he went to Zambia, was it Zambia? He came back and he licked the ground and he said, hey, I'm never leaving Kenya again. That is the first line of that song. I just want to kiss the ground beneath me for family and country. It is the first line of that song. It has not released yet. But that project paid us during Corona in a way that, have you ever been paid using clean banknotes? Clean, zimerabiwa na paper ya CBK.